Hey stars, it's me, Sharrdastar, and I'm back. Listen, I want to change it up a little bit today, being that it's the first day of July 2025. This year has really like flew by, really. I just remember it being my birthday in April. I just remember it being Christmas. Like it's really moving. Nevertheless, um the weather here in New York, New Jersey, I think we are supposed to go up to like 88 degrees. I don't listen. Tell me, what's the difference between 88 degrees and 90 degrees? Seriously, being a human being, can you tell the difference between 88 degrees and 90 degrees? Okay, hold on. Well, I say all that to say, right? It has to be a heat wave, meaning a heat wave. We just came out of a heat wave. First, first 2 days of summer and first week of summer, and we went to a heat wave, right? So now with this being the second week of summer, um, it has to be 90 degrees and a consecutive 3 days in a row for it to be considered a heat wave, right? And I'm looking at the temperatures. I'm sorry. I'm looking at the temperatures and they're like 87, 88, 89. I'm like 89. Are you kidding me? So what's the difference between 89 degrees and 90 degrees? Don't worry. I'll wait. Really. I don't know a person that could say, oh, it's 89 degrees outside. It's really 80, 85, or 90 degrees. Anything in between is just what it is, right? Okay. So I'm not drinking no teas. My mug is away. I'm actually having some new glasses done where you can actually see what I'm drinking because I like a lot of things with fruits in it and stuff. And people are like saying, when I say like I'm drinking water within fruits, I have these strawberries, blueberries, lemons, limes, tangerine, and I put them in my water. Okay, so that goes to, okay, let's do this first. The reason you haven't seen me, usually I used to have a mimosa or some type of drink. I'm really good at making drinks. I've never been to a bar school or for making drinks. It just comes natural. Me and my husband, we go to restaurants, and our favorite restaurants, we have our favorite drinks. And now with people having so many allergies and things, they pretty much give you what you need to know to make the drink at home. You just need to know the measurements, right? So what I do is I take a picture, whatever our favorite drink is, I take a picture of it and I get all the ingredients that because they got to tell you. They're just not telling you the measurements. And I remake them in some, and about two or three of them out of maybe eight came out better than we would even have out. Like I've perfected lemon drops and this, that, and the other. I'm actually this summer I want to do more frozen, and I'm going to tell you why. Well, I had diabetes years ago, but I got it under control to where I was no longer diabetic. Right? I was younger. Here it is now, years later. I found out maybe a month or so, give or take more, um, that I am a diabetic type 2. And that's why you haven't seen the drinks, the alcohol, and this, that, and the other, because I have to watch my, sugars and just change everything. And if you notice, I'm actually toning down. That's not only because of me getting up and walking a mile and a half to 2 miles every morning. Um, it's just certain things I've changed, and it's been such a drastic change for me where it's actually hurt me more than it's helped me. Meaning, I had got started to get depressed. I'm a person I like to cook at home. Like for instance, last night we had lobster rolls. Ain't that many people I know making lobster rolls at home, but you know what? You can't really find great ones, and they're very expensive. And to be wasting money restaurant after restaurant until you get a good one. Um, and Leighton's favorite lobster, it's really more for him. His favorite lobster roll is from the boardwalk, from this place on the boardwalk in Atlantic City. Ain't nobody driving to Atlantic City for no. This ain't no Puffy walking across the Brooklyn Bridge to go get me some cheesecake. That wasn't happening. Okay, so with that being said, now you know. And if you see, I'm toning up pretty good. Listen, I'm in my 50s. I'm not afraid to tell you. I ain't gonna tell you what, but I'm in my 50s, and it ain't the low one, but never one. It's a big one, and that's what it is. So I found what I'm drinking an iced tea, right? They had a lemonade. Okay, let's see if I could do this both with both hands. Okay, this is Turkey Hill zero sugar sweet tea, right? And like I said, for the past month or so, I've been really going through it as far as trying to find things that are sugarless and, you know, just looking at the ingredients. I'm looking at numbers now, the grams of this, of sugars and this. So with all that said, that Turkey Hill zero sugar sweet tea, if anybody knows anything else that's better, because I'm seeing total fat, zero sodium, zero total carbohydrates, zero total sugars, zero included, zero G's of added sugars, zero. I couldn't get no more zeros. Okay. So, there's always going to be somebody who say, that ain't the best. You need to go to Trader Joe's and do this, that. Listen, I am welcoming any advice. Look, I got almost 5,000 subscribers. You mean to tell me I can't get a couple of you guys? I know I ain't the only diabetic in the room now. Y'all ain't gonna play with me and play in my face, okay? There's nothing to be ashamed about, people. It's nothing to be ashamed about to be diabetic or anything else. It is what it is. It is what it is. You do the best you can. Okay? Now, um, oh, and also that's where I think I was telling y'all the Pellegrino. That's also zero. So I fell in love with this particular Pellegrino. It's a lemonade. And it's really a sparkling like for me, for instance, what happened to me was a lot of people I hadn't um really, so I would have a very light drink when I go out with friends. Now everyone knows. So now I may have a drink, I may not. If like we go out for mimosas for brunch, right? Oh, we normally have 2 or 3 mimosas. I'm only going to have one mimosa, and there's going to be more pineapple. I like pineapple mimosas. My husband likes mango mimosas, but I would have more pineapple juice than mimosa. Okay, no, really, seriously, it'd be more pineapple than champagne, and that's what it is. Because I know what it and everything else is water. Well, you drink water for a month and a half going on, and you're drinking just water. It wears you out. You try to find things to substitute. So my favorite substitute right now is the zero sugar sweet tea by Turkey Hill. They also have the zero sugar lemonade, but they didn't have anymore. I took one of these, brought it a couple of days ago, and I was like, oh my goodness, I know right off the back if I like it or not, because I got cans of flavored waters and stuff. They're horrible, horrible. So, nevertheless, Turkey Hill seems to be doing it right now, and Pellegrino. Yeah, so that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm drinking. So that's why I haven't been really drinking alcohol or any of those things. I've changed up my whole diet really, and yeah. Okay, so while before I started this show, I was just telling you like the changes I've been going through personally. So that's why actually for the last like 4 days I hadn't made a video. And I know I have always got stories in the pocket. I can come on you every day and give you stories, but I don't want to overwhelm you too sometimes. Sometimes I want to give it a day or two and let's see what it is. That's the only way I get to understand or know what you guys like and what you don't like when I can see the fluctuation in the numbers because you guys don't leave comments. Y'all leave emails. Y'all go to Sharrdastar, like we say on the screen, Sharrdastar at gmail.com. I love that. I appreciate that. Love it. But you can also comment on the video. That way, other people, you can do banter with other people, not even me. And when I see it, I respond. That way, I'll know when it's time for me to go live. You know what I mean? Okay, so I have been going through this thing. Y'all saw this thing with me some weeks ago. It was pretty much a breakdown, and it was because of being told about diabetes, having to change everything. I've gone through some friendship changes in the past, like officially in the past few months, but it's actually been a year. So actually, yeah, nevertheless, it's my business. Okay. Um, so it was a lot of things on me heavily. We're having having work done to the house and new roof, and we're doing a new driveway, an extra driveway. We're just doing stuff, and again, like I said, I at the moment I don't work. This is what I do. I'm doing YouTube. I'm doing on other things, but me personally, is what it is. And thank God. Listen, honestly, I live a great life. I have a great man by my side who will never let me see me without anything. He encourages me. He tells me. He pushed me to do this YouTube page more than I wanted to do it myself. I was scared because I'm very private and I felt very. I didn't want to put too much out there. I didn't want to let people in because when you've let people in, they take what they learn about you and use it against you somehow. So, like I said, by somebody else, I ain't never gonna let no be beat me to the punch. I know that we all have history, we all have times, but when the worst thing is when honestly the scariest thing in a close friend who really don't like you on the low. Someone that you really consider a close friend, maybe not even friend to the point that it's family, to find out after so many years they really didn't like you on the low. My thing is who fakes friendships? And I know I'm not the only one going through this because I've spoken to a lot of people about this, and this friendship thing for 2025 seems to be a big deal. People are really changing up things. People are letting people out of it, letting go people. People are welcoming new people in. I don't feel like I need new friends. I don't. If it happens, that's great. But it has to be generic. It has to be all natural, and it has to pretty much build itself. But then you have to understand friendships that you've had. And this is just me saying this allegedly. Okay, that being friends in your 20s, in your 30s, things change, and then when you get to your 40s, you start to be like, you don't really want to be bothered with people, and you only want to be bothered with people that want to be bothered with you. But when you get to your 50s and moving on, certain things don't even matter to you as much. It is very hurtful when you find out that people aren't who you think they are. Um, and what's more hurting about something is when you think of it, we hurt our own feelings by thinking we mean more to people than we actually do. We think we do everything to them, like they know I'm there, we can do whatever. I got you, that type of thing. And then to find out that people can just disregard you like nothing and tell you, and then bring up some bull crap from 25 years ago. Mind you, we've been friends over 30 years. Are you kidding me? What kind of idiot holds on to stuff for 25 years and don't bring it up? And people don't know they hurt you or offended you if you sometimes don't tell them. Like you get into the 10 year of the friendships, right? It's something. Then you get to 20 years of friendship. You think you is safe. You safe. No umpire, nobody can get you. 30 years, you be like, oh, this is who we're gonna be friends to the end. No, that doesn't mean that. Sometimes people don't have the courage to come up and say or do what they should do. And just recently, I had another friend of mine in this same group that I've been friends with over 30 years. She called for a meeting with me and her, which I actually appreciated because again, people don't always know that they offended you. People don't always know because it is the intention. And I say be intentional. My intentions, if we are friends for 20 to 30 years, I don't feel that there's nothing much I couldn't say to you. Why? Because we've been through marriages, divorces, having children, losing parents. We've been through all of these things. And then you throw this group and I got story time for your nerves. We've been in home invasions together where we were the victims. We've been in cars where people were chasing us, trying to kill us. The whole group. Another time, another story. Like we've been through some things. So you think I don't think it's anything that I shouldn't be able to say to you. There's no walking on eggs after 30 years of friendship, after you've been through everything else. What you gonna do? Not like what I said? Okay, don't like what I said. We can agree to disagree. But if I see you doing something that I think is not good for you, that's just my opinion. But that's for me to say to you, know what, maybe, tone it down, slow it down, maybe I think you should go into this direction. And some people don't want to hear your advice if they don't ask you. But these are people that ask you. This is people that ask you for advice, and then when you give it to them, they hate you for it. And that's when that self-hate and that hate that they didn't really like you. And if it was something I did to you, you could have been man enough or woman enough to come to me. Like I said, one of my friends, called me and scheduled a sit down, and we had a sit down. I knew that there was something strange in me and this person's relationship, even though it was a big group of us. I knew that, sometimes in groups, not sometimes, always, you're going to be closer to someone than someone else. You know what I mean? You're all friends, but some of you are going to gravitate to each other like magnets because you have more things in common than not. So and you become closer. And the thing is, you become family. 10 years, 20 years, 30 years friendship, you're my sister, you my brother, like for real, for real. Like that's just what it is. But you're going to be closer to some people than others. That's just the way it is. It really is. It's just the way it is. But anyway, I appreciated my friend pulling me aside. And like I said, we all love each other as a big group, but she's not one that I'll call her up and be like, girl, let's go shopping. Meet me at the mall. She's not that one for that. Like, we all get together, we do things, but you got to remember, this particular young lady, she's married. She has a child. We don't have that lifestyle. And she doesn't live in my same state. So I can't just call and be like, chick, meet me at Roof Chris. Where I have friends here that in that group that live here in New Jersey that I'm close to. And I'd be like, yo, Roof Chris, 10 o'clock. What up? Okay, cool. Whatever, whatever, whatever. And I've met some new friends. And yeah, we'll talk about that too. But nevertheless, you I appreciated her pulling time aside, actually traveling to my state to sit down and have a brunch with me and tell me whatever issues she had with me down through the years. Because down through the 30 years, you've been offensive to your friend. You've said things they don't like. You've done things they don't like. It's impossible for you to not have. But I do have a group of friends where there's friends that I argue with all the time. And then there's friends I've never had an argument or a disagreement with. So then that to me helps me know I ain't crazy and it ain't just me. Because if I don't send for you, don't come for me. People think that they can just say anything. No, you cannot. Don't come. We could be friends forever, but you handle me with care. You handle me like you love me. You don't talk to me like someone on the street that you don't know. That's for friends too. Yeah, you can't. I expect more. I expect there's a better way of talking to people. If I did something to you that you didn't like or said something you didn't like, there's a way to pull me aside and say, you know what, I really didn't like what you said or whatever, and then it gives me a chance to think about it. And if I care, okay, and if I don't, I'll be like, you know what, I didn't mean to offend you, but this is what I was trying to say, just in case it was a misunderstanding. But people don't do that. They go into themselves and they start thinking and being haters and just doing stupid crap. You know what I mean? So my friend, she called me to the side. She was like, look, this is what it is, such and such and such and such. I don't think that you have been a good friend to me lately. And me, I try to be a good friend to all my friends. I mean, really, I'm very giving. This same friend, I have to remember 1 second. She told me probably, maybe it's been 10 years. For the first 20 years of the friendship, and she told me this 10 years ago, I used to be the one, it was your birthday, Texas, um, You heard from me. I showed up like everyone in this group would get something personal. I wouldn't do a group chat. It would be something personal to each person. But I did that for so long, but I stopped doing it. And she said to me, "Why did you stop doing that?" She said, "I miss your birthday calls and certain things like personal things, just your anniversary, personal things I know that we may have gone through, you know?" I reach out and I try to be that good friend. And she's the same one said to me, "Why you don't do that anymore?" And I said, "You know what? I kind of told her that I was busy. I think I had a very demanding job, and but the truth of the matter was, I was doing that, and I did that for years. When I say the first 20 years, it's like the last 10 years I don't do it anymore. I just do it. We all do group chats and happy birthday, da 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 da. We already have arrangements of going out and doing something. It's nothing special. There's no special gifts. There's no special calls, And the truth of the matter was, I wasn't receiving the love and what the thoughtfulness. And I remember I told you guys I'm thoughtful, and it's very hard. There are not a lot of thoughtful people. Thoughtful is thinking behind the scene. Me and you just having a regular conversation and we kicking it, right? I'm paying attention. You're saying, oh my God, I mean, this is not to be materialistic, but this is just how my friend group is. There's this bag that I want. I can't find it. I've been looking. I've been stressing myself for like the last week. It's vintage. I'm hearing you. You know what I do? I go home, sit on my iPad and my computer, and I research the bag and find it. By the time you wake up in the morning or that following day, I'm going to be able to have forwarded you 4 places for it could be any of the vintage stores. Um, and where you can find what you're looking for. And if I can't, I'm letting you know I'm on it. I am looking for things like that. Thoughtful. Some people are like, "Oh yeah, yeah, yeah." They leave that crap to them. They're not thoughtful, and that's fine. It doesn't mean that they're not your friend. It doesn't mean that they don't love you. It's just everyone's an individual, and you have to learn that you can't get mad at people, have fallouts with people because they didn't do what you thought they should have done. You're individuals. They may not have seen it your way. They may not have been as thoughtful. They didn't go that far with it. But friends, we have to learn to give grace. And I said that to you months ago. We need to start giving grace. You never know what people are personally going through. You don't know. You don't know. You can look at someone sit next to a coworker every day and not know what she's really going through. Yeah. So, with all that being said, right? I just wanted to. I don't know. My heart just was like, you know what? Let's have a talk about friendships and things of the sort. And I don't care how it sounds. I really don't care how it sounds. Whoever's listening and that one want to pass it, a dog want to pass a bone or carry a bone, do whatever. I don't care. It's my truth. And I decided for now, July 1st of 2025, I'm letting that energy go. It's plenty of friendships I've tried and tried. I've worked harder at being friends with some people because we know certain people. So we are going to be in the same circle at some point or another. So to make it not comfortable, make it uncomfortable, I've worked harder to try to be friends. And sometimes it just doesn't work. That's fine. And I'm telling you, I'm good with it as of July 1st, 2025. Period. Take it how you want it. It's really, really the truth. Because at the end of the day, you don't get that many friends in life. So if you talking about, I got 30, 40 friends, no, you don't. You probably got 8. If you think you got 30 or 40 friends, you got about 8. The others are people you know or people you like. People you may even love, but they're not a friend. They're not the first person. If something happens to you, your tire blow out on the road, who's the first person you calling? Yeah, I'm interested. We need to know. Like, I know who my main group of people would be, who I would call that could actually help me and would help me. And I hope that I'm on that list for other people. Listen, I don't like to complain. I'm in a much better space. You have to learn to let things go. And I came across a quote this morning, and I'm going to bring it up later. I don't really know what I did with it. But the point of the matter is, You have to you have to let go. You have to let go. People may try to make you think that it's you. This is all about what you've done. No. Uh-uh. No. Even a broken clock is right at some point. So don't let people gaslight you into thinking everything is you. Sure, you may have your part, and you're gonna have your part in it. If these are the friendships, whatever the relationship is, you're gonna have your part in it, right? But I'm only willing to accept what I'm willing to accept. You're not going to take it and put the 70 on me and the 30 on you when you know what it is, because you know why? The same problem you're having with me right now, you're having it with multiple people. So at some point, you're the common denominator in it, and just admit it and say, maybe I need to learn to be a better friend. Because again, sometimes we hurt the ones we don't want to hurt. We don't mean to, and we think we're just telling the truth, or we're just being honest, or I'm keeping it 100, whatever it is, right? But truthfully, friendships are not things that you don't have to see someone every day. You don't have to speak to someone every day. But when you do connect, it's like electricity. You pick up right where you might even actually, because I know me and my dumb self, I pick up right from the last conversation. I don't know, because I have those people in my life. This drink, this lemonade right here with these lemons in it, baby, zero sugar. I just put some lemons in it. I put the ball ice cubes that you usually use for like whiskey and stuff or whatever. Ball ice cubes, put those in there. Yeah. So listen, this was supposed to be this for like a few minutes, and then we were supposed to go over to stories. I think I'm gonna make it work better for me. This is just gonna be a whole video, and then I'll come back and do the video that I plan to do today, and get out to you guys. I love you guys. Please like, subscribe, share, comment. Please, guys. I'm trying to grow this channel. This is something that I really want to do. I'm opening up more and more and more to you. I think you can tell the difference. I hope you can see the difference from me from 10 months ago. 10 to 11 months ago. This is where it is. And I'm trying to get to a certain point where I can do more things. I can leave outside the house. I can really show you different aspects of my life and things that I do on a daily basis. Or when we get together with these groups of friends and introduce you to people that's in my life. You know? I love you guys. Again, be intentional. Check on your strong friends. And I say that the ones that you think don't need checking on, check on them. Just call them. Just say listen, I don't have a lot of time. I have a meeting in 5 minutes, but I just want to let you know I was thinking about you. And how are you? Give them a chance to talk. If they say what they have to say, you say, listen, brother, sister, I love you. I just wanted to let you know you were on my mind. I'll speak to you later in the week or on the weekend, or I might be seeing them in a week or two. I might see you at such and such event. All these things. I love you guys. Be intentional. And listen, until next time, friendships are dear. Until next time, think about your friendships and what's important. If you feel that you're giving out way more than you've ever receiving in that, maybe you need to look about that, especially if you're at a certain age. If you're in your 20s and your 30s and you feel you got time, I'm being honest, I got more days behind me than in front of me. And I don't have time for people that don't want to have time for me. Period. Love you guys. See you soon.